Hi everybody, it's Greg. Today I'm going to talk to you about my 2013 Green Eagle. I call it the Spirit of America. Green Eagle calls it the Red, White, and Blue Freedom Eagle. But in any event, today I'm going to cover some of the new changes for 2013, some of which are on this model, as well as some of the reasons why I believe that the Green Eagle is one of the best bangs for your buck. To start off with, you can see this Green Eagle is in a quad configuration. They also make a trike model, which instead of having two wheels obviously would have a single wheel in the front. I chose the quad because it's a little more stable on the ground. However, the trike is a little more stable in the air as it doesn't porpoise. The trike also has a front brake. The quad doesn't need brakes because you can slow it down relatively quickly. One of the things I like about the Green Eagle is it's an all aluminum construction, or at least 95%, and all the aluminum in the Green Eagle is aircraft grade aluminum. The tubing there is 1.5 inch tubing, and it goes anywhere from 0.125 wall thickness for weight issues where you don't need a lot of strength, all the way up to 0.065 wall thickness for the heavier parts. When you get into the really stressful parts like the seat mounts and the engine mounts, like those black bars there on the seat and the silver bars that hold the engine, then you're looking at a really thick T6 6061 strength aircraft aluminum. A couple things to point out also is not only is it aircraft aluminum like a normal airplane would be, there's no weld joints on the fuselage or the roll cages or anything like that. It's all bolted together. And the hardware used on this machine is all AN hardware. You know, some people call it Air Force, Navy, others call it National Aerospace Standards or MS Standards. But the bottom line is all these nuts, bolts, washers, and even the D-rings here that you see connecting these are all AN standards. And what that means is they have tensile strength of something like 50,000 psi, and in addition, all the nuts and bolts are carbon heated up to 120,000 psi, which means they're going to resist corrosion and rust and things like that. So like an aircraft, it's a very well engineered, strongly built machine, yet it has flexibility because of the bolted joints. And this is real important because if you're having hard landings or you're over bumpy ground, you have a lot of play and, you know, and flexibility in your frame. A couple other things I want to point out is when you get your Green Eagle, if you look down, you'll see that it has a tiny tack. When you turn your ignition on, that tiny tack will automatically tell you what your engine is running at in RPMs. When you turn it off like it is now, it'll show you how many hours are on your engine. It does have a key start. The key start has two positions. The first position turns on the tack, and it also turns on any other accessories that you might hook up to it. And the second position is just like a car, it'll crank the engine up. In addition to that, you will notice that there is a secondary start switch up here on the riser cage. This is activated by turning on this rocker switch right here. You just flip it up and turn it on. So if you had an engine out or something up in the air, instead of having to reach down and turn the ignition on, you could simply reach up here and crank the engine back up. If for some reason this rocker switch shuts off, it won't shut the engine off, it'll just disarm the secondary ignition switch. Excuse me. The Green Eagle is fully adjustable. It'll fit pilots from about 5'4" to 6'8". This white bar that you're looking at, the gooseneck, has a lot of adjustments on it by those bolts. You simply undo the bolts, slide it out to your leg length, and bolt it back together. And then of course on the seat, you have an even finer adjustment for small increments. So that's their deluxe seat. You can see it has a nice seat cover, available in different colors to match your bird. There's foam underneath and a hard plastic shell. You'll also notice standard on the Green Eagle is the 4-point harness, and that harness does have a quick disconnect just in case if you landed in water or upside down or turtled your machine, you'd be able to get out really quickly. Coming around to the front, one of the new items for the Green Eagle is this front end on the quad. It used to be they were like everybody else's quads where you would stick your feet outside of the roll cage and steer by putting your feet on the axles on either side. Now you can do that, or you can keep your legs inside the roll cage and put your feet on that top bar and steer from inside. That's a really nice feature. I like it a lot. Coming up to the top of the frame, you'll see the riser mounts, and in the riser mounts you have these quick disconnect pins. You basically push a button, it opens up this little tab here to insert them, and you put those through your risers and you just put them right back. So those are real nice for fast hookups. They're rated at about 3,500 pounds each. In addition, if you were on the ground or you had an emergency in the air and you had to deploy your reserve chute or something, you can inactivate your main sail by unplugging one side. Okay, so you don't have to worry about it pulling you over or something like that. Real nice feature. I want to talk a little bit about this engine here. All of the Green Eagle components are made in America, and they're assembled not manufactured, but assembled and modified over in Texas at the main shop there. This is a 33 horsepower engine. It's a twin cylinder engine. It runs on regular gas. It's a 4-stroke, so you don't have to mix oil and water, which is real nice. It uses about 1 gallon an hour of fuel, regular fuel, if you're flying normally, or you can run AV gas because it's flex fuel, and it'll put out more horsepower. So that's a 33 horsepower motor, or engine rather, but because of their modifications that they do to both the engine inside and the carburetors to better suit it for flying, you can actually get up to about 35 horsepower with regular gas and about 38 horsepower with the AV gas. You see it has a oil cooler right there. It has a standard oil filter, so it's really easy to work on. The battery that's below there is actually larger than what they recommend, but I did that because I have some flight instruments that I want to put on. In addition, I also wear, a heated suit. The gas tank is a 5-gallon gas tank. This particular tank is stainless steel. Okay, so if you move around the back here, Green Eagle has a redrive that is second to none. In all the years that they've been making them, they have not had one redrive fail. There's actually a video that will show you how to adjust the redrive. Very simple. How to adjust it, take it apart, whatever. As a matter of fact, for 2013, that's last year's redrive. For 2013, they came out with an even better redrive that is a little bit lighter and a couple less parts. You can't see real well back there, but that plate right there is called the engine mount plate, the smiley plate. That's all aluminum, water jetted, precise fit. Let's see, what else do we have here that Green Eagle has a little different? Oh, on this engine, this is the standard engine that uses a vacuum fuel pump. If you want to upgrade, they can put an electronic fuel pump on for you, which helps in a little bit higher altitudes or makes it run just a little smoother. But if you really want to upgrade, you would go from the DFX 61 engine that I have, the 33 horsepower, to their electronic fuel injected engine, which is the Fit 49. Now, the Fit 49 is a true fuel injected engine, meaning it has an oxygen sensor, it has computer control, it has the fuel pump, and it has the fuel injectors on both cylinders, and they do away completely with the carburetors. So don't be fooled thinking you have fuel injection just because you have an electronic fuel pump. That's not the case. This engine also, if you look down here, has the standard starter, electric start, so you don't have to pull it, and it has the charging system. Even though I put a bigger battery in there, the charging system for most people would work fine all day long, keep your battery charged up. Like I said, I have several instruments that I want to put on there, and I wear heated warm suits in the winter up here in the north, so just to make sure. I also like to fly extended periods of time, and I just like to have that little bit of extra comfort. If you want to talk about some cosmetics, the standard Green Eagle, all of their painting is done in-house. They have their own powder coating machine or guns and their own bake ovens. So if you look at something like this bracket right here, which is a one of the aluminum brackets that bolts this together, that is a standard powder coating in black. So if you ordered a standard Eagle, you would get that type of powder coating paint on it. Another upgrade would be either this blue bar right here, or the white bars, or the red. This is powder coating, candy coated. It's a translucent, almost see-through, really shines in the sun, very durable. That's an upgrade. This particular machine has 4 different, colors of paint on it. One is a standard powder coating, then the red, white, and blue is the candy powder coating. Going up for even more durable finishes that are available, you come back to this front end. That is a ceramic coated front end, because we all like chrome, but it's hard to chrome aluminum. So you have your choice between ceramic coating, which is pretty darn close to aluminum and very durable, or if you look at these cage rings, not quite as bright, but they look like chrome. So if you look at these and look at the gas tank, that's a chrome. That's a powder coated chrome color. You can see the difference. And then of course on the muffler, there again, that is a ceramic coating on the mufflers. Okay, so if you look at the engine bars, those are ceramic coated as well. You can see that they're much brighter and much more durable. If you go online, you'll see how to go ahead and put this prop together. It's real simple. Nothing to it, to be quite honest with you, but that's the standard training prop. It's a 4-blade prop that comes with it. This engine, because it can go up to 35 horsepower depending on your fuel and prop, you can actually get a larger prop or a faster prop and get up to 35-40 pounds of more thrust. I'm 260 pounds plus the machine, and this prop, gets me down the runway very quickly and puts me up in the air fast. So when I do decide to go to a power fin prop, I can't imagine how much quicker that will be. So I hope you enjoyed this video of the Green Eagle. I think I've pretty much covered everything. My next video will be about how to assemble your Green Eagle. Okay, and I've already put a video up on YouTube talking about how I mounted this reserve chute from APCO. So I hope you enjoyed everything. You have a great day. Bye.